Happy day, Bulldogs. I'm Ben.
And I'm Derek.
We're today going to read you the announcements.
We are. This week is Spring Fling Spirit Week. When yesterday was our no Pro Bowls, which I hope you all enjoyed. Seniors sweeped, unsurprisingly. We're filming this on Monday, but I'm making that prediction now, so let's see if that comes true. It probably won't.
Big comeback from the tug-of-war loss to the freshmen last year.
Yeah, which I'm not very surprised about. But on Friday, bring anything but a backpack to school.
Which coincidentally is also the day us seniors are making out for Gavilan. Again, let's hope for a success.
Mm-hmm. If you haven't already, you can pick up permission slips, because we do need to sign a new one for this in the front office or your civics or econ teacher. Get that in by Wednesday.
We hit it last week, but we're going to hit it again. Young women's leaders really making some strides on campus, and this spring there is a workshop, April Fool's Day, Central High School. Now, that's a Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, but I think this is just important enough to cause you wake up early and get out there to see it live, Derek.
You said it's at Central?
That will be the location.
Interesting. You know, Central has an incredible golf team, I might say.
Really? Any stars of note?
Daniel O'Day. He's their starter.
Wow.
Yeah. He can hit a golf ball for miles. Yeah, he comes up to me and goes, "How much want to bet I can hit this golf ball over those mountains?" And no matter what I say, he always ends up getting some money from me.
Incredible. Tuesday, the 28th, another issue of the Growling Gazette. It's looking like another winner. We've got editorials on the student debt program and some fascinating articles coming your way, along with this week's Animal of the Week, which will be the paradoxical frog. So please click that newsletter, scan the QR code wherever it appears in classrooms, and if you're feeling especially creative or feel like a change needs to be made on the Sobrato campus, there is a link for you to submit your very own editorials that goes out every 2 weeks in the Bulldog Bark, the newsletter, right? And those editorials go then to the Growling Gazette, the newspaper. Today's Winston Churchill quote: "Those who can win a war can rarely make a good peace, and those who could make a good peace would have never won the war."
That's a good quote. You know, Winston Churchill looks a lot like my grandpa.
Really?
He does, yeah.
Derek, can you tell us a little bit about your grandpa?
Well, his name is Howard Gray. He comes from England, and he moved to Canada in the 60s and then moved to the United States in the late 70s. He was employed as a manufacturer, but now, in his retirement and in his older ages, he likes to write stories and books. You can check out these books of his on Amazon, Short Stories of the Bay Area and Puns, something about puns.
Puns intended and wordsmithing.
Yes, puns intended and wordsmithing, thank you. We call him Batfish. That's his grandfather name. Because when my sister was young, he noticed how the superhero Batman had all these things. He had the Batmobile, he had the Bat car and the Bat suit and all these things, and he figured, but there's no Batfish, so why don't I go by that name?
Wonderful.
Such an interesting man. And he looks just like Winston Churchill.
Never gotten the chance to meet him.
In sadder news, we have just received word from James Hayes that Shaq is in the hospital. Well, the circumstances are unknown as to why this is happening, but let's take a moment of silence to honor him.
We do a lot of those, don't we?
We do,
yeah.
But I'd like you to be quiet now, because it's a moment of silence.
Thanks there, boys. I'm here live from the hospital in which Shaq is staying. Unfortunately, he had to undergo hip surgery. Doctors say that they have cut a hole in the side of the hip, making a large incision, and have inserted 2 icy hot canisters inside, which will disperse the ointment on average 2 times an hour. We'll be praying for you, Shaq. Today's weather has a low of 43 and a high of 50 with an 100% chance of rain. Do not forget that rain. I like rain and I like getting wet. Back to you guys.
That's all, Bulldogs.
See you next time.